All right, adventurers, take a look at this. This is really nice. I'm guessing late 1800s, but it is crumbling. But take a look. There's like even more. We're gonna take a look at all of these here today. Starting with this one though. Let's go take a look. Now I'm not 100% sure. I'm assuming very late 1800s, maybe 1900s these were built. Now I'm not too sure of the history on this. Let me back up a little bit. I'm not sure of most of what's happening here. I never got a chance to learn more about it. But to me, this, I want to say it might have been maybe their main store. Again, I'm not too sure. I could be wrong. It could be just an actual house. But I do want to say this was, I don't know, maybe the store. Let's take a look. Even see a little bit of markings. 85, a bit of tin right there, right in front of me. Step in. So, not a whole lot. I'd imagine if it wasn't, vandals, it was probably the harsh winters here. When it snows heavily. The wind too probably wouldn't help much. Looks like maybe termites got to that. But permanent skylight for sure. Look at those trees. I don't see anything else. That little piece of tin, I don't know if that was already there when it was constructed. I'm not sure. Let's take another look over at the adjoining building. It's probably going to look the same. Here's the outside going inwards. Again, there's just more of the back part of the building. Just beyond decay. Let's take a look through that window, see what people would have saw way back when. Oh, we just peek over the roof too. So this had to have been a long time ago because I'm standing right here on the ground and you can see I'm already like my head's past the ceiling, the roof. That's all bent. This looks like the back door. Now, last year, I don't know if you guys saw the video I did. I came here before, I didn't know anything about this. This was just a random find. this whole row is completely destroyed. I had no idea if this was cabins, maybe another shop. No shower yet, baby girl. It is starting to get a little gray in the sky. I'm gonna try to make this video somewhat quick, try to beat the storm. I mean, it is very open. It possibly could have been a larger home. And again, we're just right off of the first one we went to. We're gonna start going out towards here and end over there at I believe it was maybe a stable. I'm not sure. We'll get closer and figure out what it could be there. Over here still. Yeah, this had to have been one long building. Look at this. So it would have started from over here and just trailed all the way back there. This was huge. And you could see another building right here with a tree growing right out of it. Nature's definitely taking this back. I'll check this out. Look at this. That's kind of neat. Leave in the comments if you know what that is. I'd like to know. Maybe someone made that on purpose. I don't know if that'd be man-made or not. Or if nature did it. Nature could do some cool stuff. Back here, it's just the end of the building. I just wanted to take a look around here real quick to make sure there wasn't anything else. We'll go to that here next. Actually, first, we'll do this one, since I talked about the tree. So as you can see, I'm still not too high up from where the, I'm guessing, ceiling would have been. I love how the construction was made way back then. I mean, even to this day, it's, you know, still standing pretty good, minus a roof and everything else. But like I said before, our winters are really hard and just rough out here with blowing strong winds. And over the course of how many years these were built, these are still standing pretty good. Look at that view. Imagine waking up like every day just looking out of your window and just seeing way up there. It's one of the things why I like living out here. And we'll head on over to this one now too. So I'm walking around, I'm looking, I don't see any like graveyard or cemetery, so I'm not sure if this was an actual, like a long-term establishment. Maybe it was just seasonal. Like I said, the winters probably would have been really hard to live out here, so maybe this was something that people came in during the summertime and just inhabited for a little bit, maybe for like logging or trapping. We have a lot of wild animals out here, so I could imagine it being something like that. Let's see. Oh, this is really nice still. Look at that. let's take a look back. Oh, let's double check back here. So this just goes off into the valley behind it. I don't see any other buildings, so I don't think I'll travel too far out that way. I'll double check though. Now this one is really interesting. It kind of gives you a bit more of an idea of how old these buildings were. Let's take a look. Again, I'm just maybe saying it's just another cabin someone used as their own home, but look at this gigantic tree. Growing out of, I'm just going to call their living room. Looks like a little fire pit. Looks like someone maybe camped out here at one point. Again, it's also bare. There's nothing in these old buildings at all. I was at least hoping for, you know, some kind of items, old cans, anything. So a tree that massive growing inside of a building had to have taken, I don't know, I'm assuming 80 plus years to do. Let me know in the comments if you have a better idea. That's just my guess. But yeah, it looks really neat. I like it. Take some quick pictures of that. Alright, so sadly I was hoping to go check out these two buildings in front of me. I'll take a look, or I'll show you guys. Right there and right there. But I don't know if you guys can hear it. There is a little stream going all the way down there. So sadly I can't just hop that stream. I don't feel too comfortable doing that. I got my little one with me today. We're out here exploring, and that's just too much of a risk I don't really want to do. I don't know how deep it is. I don't know if there's leeches, you know, stuff like that. So sadly we're gonna have to just pass, but that is what they look like. We did, let's see, we did this one. We did these ones over here. That was our first one. So we only got just a couple more. Let's check them out. See if we could get a cool little shot right here, huh? Looks like someone kind of made a teepee. Or maybe it was just naturally collapsed that way. Onwards. Now I'm kind of confused. Back here, I don't know if this was it in a fire at one point? It looks charred. Let's get weird and smell it, huh? I don't smell any fire off of it. Look at that. Good old-fashioned iron for sure. Maybe it's not. I don't know. What do you guys think? Behind me. Is that caused from a fire? Or is it just the way wood looks as it ages over the years? I'm not sure. It's like a nice little rock pathway leading up to this little super mini cabin. Again, nothing major. That definitely looks like some burn marks. But this one at least has its roof intact. Look at that. So that's a lot more better preserved than the others, at least. Most of its roof is still there. Super tiny though. I don't know if that could have been a possible cabin or if it was like a storage shed that they had on site. I have no idea. So yes, all this is really neat. I really love finding old places like this. Out here where we live, there's a lot of old log structures. Most are pretty much empty. Some are pretty much smashed in. There's rarely anything neat inside, such as like, you know, old time artifacts of any sorts, but it's still neat to do. This one part, I guess the entryway, sorry, of the building. All these fallen. Okay, so here's what I was thinking this could be a possible stable. This more looks like one of the old time troughs. I don't know if this appears a lot more better on film or not from what it looks like in person. It does look like a trough though to me. That's why I'm calling this one the stables. And again, it does have very little of its roof still intact, but it is really nice. Still sturdy. All right. Well, my fellow adventurers, this is, I'm going to call it just the abandoned settlement. I don't know much else to say with that. It's abandoned, and it was once a settlement. Let's just take one quick slow 360 one last time so you all could kind of just, you know, take this scenery in. Look how nice this would have been though, way back in the day when this was popping. That's all I have for you guys on this episode. Make sure you guys check out my next episode, and always, I will see you on our next adventure.